Hey everyone, welcome back to GoSpeakly English Podcast. Oh my goodness, I am so excited to be here with you all today. How are you doing, Daniel?
Hey, Sophie. Hey, everyone. I'm doing amazing. Thanks for asking. You know what? I'm actually feeling super energized today because, well, it's almost the weekend.
Right? I know exactly what you mean. There's something magical about Friday evenings, isn't there? That feeling when you know the weekend is just around the corner.
Absolutely. And speaking of weekends, Sophie, we have such a fun topic for our lovely listeners today.
Oh, yes. Today, we're going to talk about something that everyone loves. Weekend plans. You know, how to talk about your weekend plans in English, casually and naturally, just like native speakers do.
This is going to be so much fun because, honestly, talking about weekend plans is one of the most common conversations you'll have in English. Whether you're chatting with your colleagues at work, texting your friends, or even making small talk with your neighbors.
Exactly. And the best part is, it's such a relaxed, friendly topic. Nobody's judging you, nobody's testing you. It's just casual, natural conversation. But here's the thing. Many English learners feel a bit nervous about it because they don't know the right words or phrases to use.
Right, and that's exactly why we're here today. By the end of this episode, you'll feel so confident talking about your weekend plans that you'll actually look forward to these conversations.
Yes. So before we jump into all the amazing tips and phrases, if you're new to our channel, welcome. I'm Sophie, and I've been teaching English for over 8 years now, and I absolutely love helping people speak English naturally and confidently.
And I'm Daniel. I'm here to learn alongside you and ask all those questions that you might be thinking about too. We're like your English-speaking friends who just want to help you get better, one conversation at a time.
Aw, that's so sweet, Daniel. And hey, everyone, if you enjoyed today's episode, please don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps us reach more English learners just like you. And subscribe to GoSpeakly English Podcast so you never miss our new videos. We upload fresh content 3 times a week, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
All right, so let's get started. Sophie, where should we begin?
Okay, so let me ask you something first, Daniel. When someone asks you, what are you doing this weekend? What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Well, I guess I think about whether I have any special plans or if I'm just relaxing at home. But honestly, sometimes I freeze a little because I'm not sure how to explain it in an interesting way.
Yes, and that's so common. You see, everyone, the beautiful thing about weekend conversations is that they don't have to be complicated or fancy. You don't need to have exciting plans to make the conversation interesting. Even simple plans sound great when you know how to express them naturally.
Oh, that's such a relief. So it's not about what you're doing, it's about how you say it.
Exactly. It's all about your delivery, your tone, and using those little phrases that make everything sound more natural and friendly. Let me give you an example. Imagine someone asks you, "Hey, any plans for the weekend?"
Okay, I'm listening.
So instead of just saying, "I'm staying home," which sounds a bit flat and boring, you could say, "You know what? I'm actually planning to just chill at home this weekend. Maybe catch up on some shows, cook something nice, and just relax." See the difference?
Whoa, yeah. The second one sounds so much more interesting and human. It feels like you're actually sharing something, not just answering a question.
Yes, that's the secret. You're not just reporting your plans like a robot. You're sharing your weekend vibe with someone else, and that's what makes conversations enjoyable.
I love that. So what are some basic phrases people can use when someone asks them about their weekend plans?
Great question. Let's start with the most common ways people ask about weekend plans. You'll hear things like, "What are you up to this weekend?" Or, "Any plans for the weekend?" Or, "Got anything exciting planned?"
Those sound so casual and friendly.
Right? Now, when you want to answer, you have lots of options, depending on your situation. Let me break it down for you. If you have specific plans, you can say things like, "I'm thinking of," or "I'm planning to," or "I might." These are perfect because they sound relaxed, not too fixed.
Oh, so you don't have to be super certain about everything.
Exactly. Native speakers rarely say, I will definitely do this, then this, then this. That sounds way too formal and rigid. Instead, they keep it loose and flexible. For example, I'm thinking of going to the movies on Saturday and maybe grabbing dinner with some friends.
That sounds so natural. What if someone doesn't have any special plans? Like, what if they're just staying home?
Ah, wonderful question. This is where many learners struggle because they feel embarrassed to say they're not doing anything exciting. But here's the truth. Staying home is totally normal, and there are beautiful ways to express it. You can say, I'm just going to take it easy this weekend. Or, I'm planning a quiet weekend at home. Or my favorite, I'm going to have a chill weekend. Just recharge a bit.
Oh, wow. Recharge is such a good word.
Right? It makes staying home sound purposeful and self-care oriented, not boring at all. You can also say things like, I'm going to catch up on some reading, or I'm planning to binge watch this new series, or I think I'll just rest and do absolutely nothing, and I'm so excited about it.
I love that last one. It's honest and fun at the same time.
Exactly. And you know what else is great? You can always add little details to make your answer more conversational. For instance, instead of just saying, I'm going shopping, you could say, I'm planning to do some shopping on Saturday. I really need new shoes because my old ones are literally falling apart. Yes, people love little stories. It gives them something to respond to, something to connect with. And that's what good conversations are all about, connection.
This is so helpful. What about when you want to ask someone about their weekend plans? Should we just say, what are your weekend plans?
You can, but there are even more natural and friendly ways to ask. Try these. So, what are you up to this weekend? Or any fun plans for the weekend? Or what's on your agenda this weekend? Or even just weekends, Lance? With a friendly smile.
Oh, what are you up to is such a common phrase. I hear that all the time.
Yes, it's super casual and perfect for everyday conversations. And here's a pro tip. When someone answers your question, always try to show interest. Don't just say, okay, and move on. Instead, react naturally. Say things like, oh, that sounds fun. Or, nice, I love doing that too. Or, oh, really? Tell me more.
Right. It keeps the conversation going and shows you actually care about what they're saying.
Exactly. You're getting it, Daniel. Now, let me share some really useful vocabulary that you'll hear all the time in weekend conversations. Ready?
Absolutely. Go for it.
All right, so first up, hang out. This is super common. It means to spend casual time with someone. For example, I'm going to hang out with my friends this weekend. Or, we're just hanging out at the park.
That's such a relaxed phrase.
It is. Next one, catch up. This means to meet someone you haven't seen in a while and talk about what's been happening in your lives. Like, I'm meeting my old college friend on Sunday. We need to catch up.
Oh, I use that one a lot.
Perfect. Now here's another one. Wind down. This means to relax after a busy week. After this crazy week at work, I just want to wind down this weekend.
That's beautiful. It really captures that feeling of finally being able to relax.
Right? Okay, a few more. Sleep in means to wake up late. I'm so tired, I'm definitely going to sleep in on Saturday. Everyone loves sleeping in on weekends.
Yes, that's my favorite weekend activity.
Mine too. And then we have run errands. This means doing necessary tasks like grocery shopping, going to the bank, picking up dry cleaning, those little chores. I need to run some errands on Saturday morning.
Got it. These are all so practical.
Yes, and here's one more that's super useful. Make plans. You can say, I haven't made any plans yet, or I'm still making plans for the weekend.
These phrases make everything sound so much more natural.
They really do. And the more you use them, the more automatic they'll become. Now let me give you some complete example conversations so you can see how all of this comes together in real life. Ready?
Yes, please. I think examples really help.
Okay, so imagine you're at work on Friday afternoon and your colleague comes up to you.
All right, I'm picturing it.
Your colleague says, hey, finally Friday, what are you up to this weekend? And you could respond, oh, nothing too crazy. I'm thinking of catching a movie tomorrow with my sister, and then Sunday, I'll probably just relax at home, maybe do some cooking. What about you?
That flows so naturally.
Right? Notice how I kept it simple, added a little detail, and then turned the question back to them, that's the perfect formula. You share a bit, show some personality, and keep the conversation going by asking them too.
I noticed you said "you know" at the beginning. Is that important?
Oh, great observation. Yes, little filler phrases like "you know," "I mean," "actually," to be honest, these make your English sound incredibly natural and fluent. Native speakers use them all the time. They give you a moment to think and make your speech sound more conversational, less rehearsed.
That's such a good tip. I'm going to start using those more.
Please do. They're game changers. Okay, let me give you another example. Imagine a friend texts you, "Hey, any plans this weekend?"
Okay.
You could reply, "Not really. I'm just going to have a chill weekend at home. Probably binge watch that new series everyone's talking about. Hee hee. But honestly, after this busy week, I really need it." What about you? Anything fun?
Oh, I love how casual and friendly that sounds. And ending with a question keeps the conversation alive.
Exactly. You're catching on so fast, Daniel. Now, what if you do have exciting plans? Let's say you're going on a day trip or attending an event.
Ooh, yes. How do we talk about exciting plans without sounding like we're bragging?
Great question. The key is to sound enthusiastic but humble and inviting. For example, "Actually, I'm pretty excited. I'm going hiking with some friends on Saturday. There's this beautiful trail we've been wanting to try. And Sunday, I'm checking out this new cafe that just opened downtown."
That sounds perfect. Excited, but not over the top.
Yes. And notice I used "actually" and "pretty excited." These phrases add just the right amount of enthusiasm without overdoing it. You could also say, "I've got a fun weekend ahead," or "I'm really looking forward to it."
These are all so useful. What if someone's weekend plans change? Like they told someone they were doing something, but then it got canceled.
Oh, that happens all the time. And it's actually easy to handle. You just say, "You know what? My plans changed." Or, "Actually, it got canceled, so now I'm free." Or, "Change of plans. Looks like I'm staying home after all. Hee hee."
That's so simple and natural.
It is, and people are usually very understanding because plans change for everyone. The important thing is to communicate it naturally and not stress about it.
Okay, Sophie, so we've covered the basics, but what about making our weekend conversations even more interesting? Like, how do we keep them going and make them more engaging?
Ooh, I love that you're asking this. Yes, let's take it to the next level. So one of the best ways to make weekend conversations more interesting is by adding emotions and reactions. Don't just state your plans. Show how you feel about them.
Can you give me an example?
Of course. Instead of saying, "I'm going to visit my parents," you could say, "I'm going to visit my parents this weekend. I haven't seen them in like 2 months, so I'm really excited. I miss them so much." See how much more alive that sounds?
Wow, yes. It's not just information, it's a feeling.
Exactly. You're sharing your emotions, and that makes the conversation more human and relatable. People connect with emotions, not just facts. So whenever you talk about your weekend plans, think about how you feel about them. Are you excited, nervous, tired, looking forward to it? Share that.
That makes so much sense. What are some phrases we can use to express these emotions?
Great question. Here are some super useful ones. If you're excited, you can say, "I'm really looking forward to it," or "I can't wait," or "I'm so pumped," or "I'm really excited about it."
Those are all so energetic.
Yes. And if you're feeling tired and need rest, you can say, "I really need this weekend to recharge," or "I'm so ready to just relax," or "Honestly, I just need a break."
What if your plans are making you a bit nervous or uncertain?
You can say, "I'm a little nervous but excited," or "I'm not sure what to expect, but it should be interesting," or "I'm feeling a bit anxious about it, to be honest, but I think it'll be fine."
I love that you included "to be honest." It makes it sound so genuine.
Right? These little phrases add so much authenticity. Now, let me teach you another powerful technique. asking follow-up questions. This is how you keep weekend conversations going and show genuine interest in the other person.
Okay, I'm listening.
So let's say someone tells you, I'm going to a concert this weekend. Instead of just saying, cool, and letting the conversation die, you ask follow-up questions like, oh really, who are you going to see? Or that sounds fun, have you been to that venue before? Or nice, are you going with friends?
Ah, so you're digging deeper into their plans.
Exactly. You're showing interest, and that encourages them to share more. And then they'll probably ask you questions back, and boom, you've got a flowing, natural conversation.
This is brilliant. What other techniques can we use?
Okay, here's a really good one. Relating to their plans. When someone tells you their weekend plans, try to find a connection or share a similar experience. For example, if they say, I'm going to the beach, you could respond, oh, the beach, I love that. I went last month and the weather was perfect. Which beach are you going to?
That's so much better than just saying, have fun and moving on.
Exactly. You're creating connection points. People love when you can relate to what they're saying. It makes them feel heard and understood. And guess what? This works in reverse, too. When you share your plans, give enough details so others can ask questions or relate to you.
How do we find that balance between sharing enough and not too much?
Excellent question. The rule of thumb is share the main activity plus one interesting detail. For example, I'm going to my cousin's birthday party on Saturday. It's a surprise party, so I'm hoping we can actually pull it off. That's perfect. You shared the plan and one interesting detail that invites questions.
Got it. So we're not giving a full itinerary, just the highlights.
Exactly. Nobody wants to hear every single detail of your weekend, just the interesting bits. And here's another tip. Use descriptive words to make your plans sound more interesting. Instead of, I'm going to a restaurant, say, I'm trying out this amazing Italian restaurant downtown that everyone's been raving about.
Oh, that paints such a clearer picture.
Right? Words like amazing, beautiful, cozy, exciting, relaxing, these add color to your descriptions. Another one, instead of I'm staying home, try I'm having a cozy weekend at home. Lots of tea, books, and blankets.
Aw, that sounds so inviting. I want that weekend now.
See, that's the power of descriptive language. Now, let me teach you some advanced phrases that will make you sound super fluent. Ready for these?
Yes, bring 'em on.
All right, here we go. I'm toying with the idea of. This means you're considering doing something but haven't decided yet. I'm toying with the idea of going to that new art gallery.
Ooh, that sounds sophisticated.
It does. Here's another. I'm going to play it by ear. This means you don't have fixed plans and will decide based on how you feel or what happens. I don't have concrete plans, I'm just going to play it by ear.
I've heard that phrase before. It's so useful.
Super useful. Next one, I'm keeping my options open. This means you're not committing to anything specific yet. I might go out or I might stay in. I'm keeping my options open.
These are gold. What else?
Here's a fun one. I'm making a day of it. This means you're planning to spend a whole day doing something. We're going to the farmer's market, then brunch, then a walk in the park. We're really making a day of it.
That sounds like such a full, enjoyable day.
Right? Okay, a few more advanced ones. I'm squeezing in means you're fitting something into a busy schedule. I'm trying to squeeze in a visit to my grandparents on Sunday afternoon.
That's so practical.
Yes, and here's one more. I'm long overdue for means you need to do something that you haven't done in a long time. I'm long overdue for a haircut, so I'm finally getting one this Saturday.
I can relate to that one.
Me too. Now, let's talk about something really important. Weekend conversations at work. This is a common situation where you'll talk about weekend plans, especially on Fridays or Mondays.
Oh yes, this happens all the time at offices.
Exactly. So on Friday afternoon, colleagues often ask each other, any plans for the weekend? And on Monday morning, they ask, "How was your weekend?" These are perfect opportunities to practice your English and build rapport with coworkers.
What's the best way to answer these questions at work? Should we keep it professional or can we be casual?
Great question. It depends on your workplace culture, but generally, you want to be friendly and genuine while keeping it appropriate. You don't need to share super personal details, but you also don't want to be too stiff or formal. Find that middle ground.
Can you give me some work-appropriate examples?
Sure. For Friday, you could say, "I'm planning a quiet weekend, maybe catch up on some reading and spend time with family. What about you?" That's friendly, but not too personal. Or, "I'm actually going hiking with some friends, trying to get outside more. Any plans for you?"
Those sound perfect for an office setting.
Right? And for Monday morning, when someone asks, "How was your weekend?" you can say, "It was really nice. I got to relax and recharge. Exactly what I needed. How was yours?" Short, positive, and you turn it back to them.
What if you had a boring weekend and don't want to seem negative?
Here's the trick. Reframe it positively. Instead of saying, "It was boring, I didn't do anything," you say, "It was lovely. I had a really chill weekend at home, just what I needed after a busy week." See? Same weekend, different framing.
That's such smart communication.
It really is. People appreciate positivity, especially at work. Even if your weekend wasn't great, you can keep your response neutral and positive. "It went by too fast, as always, but I got some good rest, so I'm ready for the week."
These are all so helpful. What about cultural differences? Are there things we should be aware of?
Oh, excellent point. Yes, weekend culture varies by country. In some places, weekends are super sacred family time. In others, it's all about going out and socializing. And in some cultures, people actually do work stuff on weekends. So be aware and respectful of these differences in conversation.
That's really important to remember.
It is. And here's something else. Don't make assumptions about how people should spend their weekends. Some people love adventure and going out. Others love quiet time at home. Both are totally valid. So when someone shares their plans, be supportive and positive, even if it's not your style.
That's such a respectful approach.
Absolutely. Now, let me share some common mistakes that learners make when talking about weekend plans so you can avoid them.
Oh, yes, please. These are always so helpful.
Okay, mistake number 1, being too vague. If someone asks about your plans and you just say, "Nothing much," or "I don't know," and then stop talking, it kills the conversation. Always try to add at least one detail, even if your plans are simple.
Right. We talked about this earlier. Always add a little something.
Exactly. Mistake number 2, over-explaining or giving too much detail. You don't need to tell them every single thing you're doing from morning to night. Just share the highlights.
Balance is key.
Yes. Mistake number 3, using too formal or textbook language. Don't say things like, "I will attend a cinema," or "I shall visit the shopping mall." That sounds unnatural. Just say, "I'm going to the movies," or "I'm hitting the mall."
Yes, keep it casual and natural.
Right. Mistake number 4, forgetting to ask the other person about their plans. Conversations are two-way streets. Always show interest in what they're doing too.
That's basic conversation courtesy.
Exactly. And the last common mistake, apologizing for your plans or feeling embarrassed. If you're staying home, don't say, "I'm just staying home, nothing exciting, sorry." No apologies needed. Say it with confidence. "I'm having a relaxing weekend at home, and I'm really looking forward to it."
Yes, own your plans, whatever they are.
Precisely. Now, before we wrap up, let me give you some final bonus tips that will really elevate your weekend conversations.
I'm ready.
Tip number 1, use contractions. Say, "I'm gonna" instead of "I am going to. Wanna instead of want to. Gotta instead of have to. This makes you sound more natural and less formal.
That's such a simple but effective tip.
Right? Tip number 2, learn some weekend-specific idioms and expressions. Things like TGIF, which means "thank God it's Friday," or weekend warrior, which means someone who's super active on weekends, or weekend vibes, which is just that relaxed, happy feeling.
I love weekend vibes. That's everywhere on social media.
Yes. Tip number 3, practice. The more you have these conversations, the more comfortable you'll become.
Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start chatting about weekend plans with everyone, your classmates, coworkers, neighbors, even the barista at your local coffee shop.
Practice makes perfect.
It really does. And tip number 4, listen to how native speakers talk about their weekends. Watch English vlogs, listen to podcasts, pay attention to conversations in movies and TV shows. You'll pick up so many natural phrases and expressions.
That's such smart immersion learning.
Absolutely. And the final tip, be yourself. Don't try to pretend you have exciting plans if you don't. Don't try to sound more interesting than you are. Authenticity is attractive. People appreciate genuine conversation over fake impressive stories.
That's beautiful advice, Sophie. Be real, be you.
Exactly. You know, Daniel, I really hope everyone watching this feels more confident now about talking about their weekend plans. It's such a common, everyday conversation, and once you master it, you'll feel so much more comfortable in English.
I completely agree. And remember, everyone, it's not about having perfect grammar or knowing every word. It's about communicating naturally and connecting with people.
Yes, that's the heart of language learning right there. Okay, so let's do a quick recap of everything we covered today.
Great idea.
So today we learned how to respond when someone asks about your weekend plans, useful vocabulary like hang out, catch up, wind down, sleep in, and run errands.
We talked about adding emotions and details to make conversations interesting.
We learned follow-up questions and how to relate to others' plans, advanced phrases like play it by ear and making it a day of it, work-appropriate weekend talk.
Yes. And we covered common mistakes to avoid, cultural awareness, and bonus tips for sounding more natural.
Wow, we covered so much today.
We really did. This was such a valuable episode.
It was. And everyone, if you found this helpful, please give us a thumbs up. It really helps us create more content like this for you. And don't forget to subscribe to GoSpeakly English Podcast. We upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Yes, and if you have any questions or want us to cover a specific topic, leave a comment below. We read every single one and we love hearing from you.
We absolutely do. All right, everyone, that's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for spending time with us. We hope you have an amazing weekend, whatever your plans are.
Yes, whether you're going on an adventure or just chilling at home, enjoy every moment. And we'll see you in the next episode.
Take care, everyone. Keep practicing your English. And remember, you're doing great. Bye.
Bye, everyone. See you next time.